Guess where I am today? Today I'm at a lobby at a hotel in Taipei. Seriously, I've been wanting to do an episode about books for so long. And finally, here we are, an episode about books. Yay, 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 yay. Hey, so today is a rainy day and a cold day in Taipei, Taiwan. And there's just nothing better than being able to enjoy a great book and of course a hot tea. So today I want to share with you my top 10 life-changing books to read in 2022. So come read with me. Hello, this is Millie Leung and welcome to this episode of Shine to Impact TV. You may have heard the term leaders are readers. Whether you're a leader in your business, your community, your family, or you just want to lead yourself to become a better version of yourself, I believe that reading has the power to transform your life. You see, our thoughts create our feelings create our actions, and our actions create our results. So if we want to change our results, the most effective way is not by forcing new actions, but rather by changing our thoughts. And reading is one of the best ways to get us new inspirations, ideas, stories, concepts, and knowledge that can fundamentally shift our thoughts and perspective. So my recommendation for when you're choosing the best books to read is to choose the ones that allow you to practice the thoughts that bring you closer and closer to the type of person you want to become and the type of life you want to lead. Now, if you've been following me on Facebook, you know that I'm a very passionate reader. I love reading books and I have been reading on average one book per week for over 10 years now. Today, I've taken on the impossible task of narrowing down to 10 life-changing books to read in 2022 for you. I think these 10 books will be essential to your growth and to your success, especially if you are an entrepreneur. So with that said, let's get started. 10 life-changing books to read in 2022. So if you've been following me on my Facebook, you probably know that I've been practicing the principles from this book, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, for over 110 days now. And during this time, I can honestly tell you that I've experienced so much growth emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It is a story about two struggling strangers who meet an eccentric tycoon who becomes their secret mentor. Now, it's an amusing story to read and it provides step-by-step method to help you establish a morning routine that has helped many people over the years to accomplish epic results in all areas of their lives. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Humans are creatures of habits. Just look at everything that we do on a daily basis. Most of our behaviors are really habits that we have adopted and built over time. So if we know how to form good habits, break bad ones, overcome procrastination, overcome the lack of motivation and willpower, we can literally transform our lives. This is exactly what this New York Times bestseller teaches us. Tiny changes that produce remarkable results. What I love about this book is that it has many practical tools and strategies. So if you're looking for ways to change your habits so that you can make your dreams come true this year, this book is not to be missed. Start Something That Matters by Blake Mycoskie. When Blake was taking a vacation down in Argentina, he fell in love with wearing the national shoe called the alpaca, a soft, casual canvas shoe worn by almost everyone in the country. And also, towards the end of the same trip, he met an American woman who was volunteering at a shoe drive. Now, it turns out that many children are so poor in the country that they don't have any shoes. And because of this, the children were exposed to many types of diseases. So Blake decided to take the shoe idea and create a company that would match every pair of shoes purchased with a new pair of shoes given to a child in need, one for one. The company is called TOMS, which stands for Tomorrow's Shoes. It is a business that is built on the foundation of making an impact in this world. This is such an inspiring and heartwarming book to read, especially for big-hearted entrepreneurs. Rich Dad's Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. This is a book I wish I had read earlier in my life. It was a game changer in my journey of becoming financially independent. The book talks about how there are 4 ways to make money in this world, so aka 4 different quadrants. The E quadrant, which stands for the employees, the S quadrant for self-employed, the B quadrant for big business owner, and the I quadrant for investors. Those in the employee and self-employed quadrants have to trade time for money, and those in the big business quadrant and the investor quadrant have leverage and can make money without locking in their own time. It was like a big aha moment for me. And so within days of reading this book, I started my first business. And that business went on to bring in millions of dollars in revenue and has helped me to become financially independent in just 26 months. So seriously, if you haven't read this book yet, you must read it. The One Thing by Gary Keller. You know, I love borrowing books from the library because that is more environmentally friendly. It can help us to save more space at home, save more money, and also allow us to read more variety of books. However, this #1 New York Times bestseller is one of those books that I actually wanted to buy a copy after reading the book from the library. This book talks about by focusing on one thing that truly matters, we can become more productive, get better results, and be less stressed out and be a lot happier too. It gives many inspiring stories and practical tools to help us to have fewer distractions, have less on our plate, and also get more results, more balance, and more happiness too. Simple idea and yet so impactful. So if you want to get extraordinary results in your work, personal life, family, and spiritual life, do check out this awesome life-changing book. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. To be honest, before I read this book, I thought I was all good. Like, I honestly didn't think I have any money self-limiting beliefs. So when I went through the book, I was stunned to find out how many money limiting beliefs I actually did have. And through the process, I was able to identify these money limiting beliefs, shatter many of them, and then reprogram my mind with positive and empowering money beliefs that has helped me to attract more wealth and create more abundance in my life. I know, it might sound kind of hocus pocus, right? But seriously, this is powerful stuff. Now, this is one crazy book. I must admit that it was the title of this book that first caught my eyes. I mean, 4-hour work week? Seriously, right? But after reading this book, I was really intrigued. It provides many out-of-the-box, creative, limiting beliefs shattering, crazy ideas on how to become more productive, how to have more freedom, how to live anywhere in the world, and how to work less. Now, I need to give you a warning. After reading this book, you might immediately want to quit your job. So please don't overreact. And if you need to, watch my previous episode about how to quit your job strategically before you do quit your job, okay? Although you might not be able to apply everything in this book right away, since some of these steps are pretty crazy and dramatic, I am sure that this book will totally inspire you and challenge you to do things differently. Now, I first heard about Simon Sinek from his famous TED Talk. It is one of the most viewed TED Talks of all times with more than 15 million views. In this enlightening book by Simon Sinek, he outlines how great leaders communicate in order to inspire everyone to take actions. They start with their why. With stories from Martin Luther King Jr. to Steve Jobs to the Wright brothers, start with why shows that the leaders who inspire all think, act, and communicate in the exact same way. And it is completely opposite of what everyone else does. Instead of starting with how or what, they start with why. So if you want to become an inspiring leader, a better speaker, a better communicator, and a more supportive coach, this book is definitely golden.
It's so cold today. It's so cold today.
The Go-Giver by Bob Bird and John David Mann. I picked up this little book from a second-hand book fair. It says right here, 30 NT, which is about $1. And since then, this little book has quickly become one of my favorite books. The authors use the parable of an ambitious young man who is desperate to land a key sale at the end of a backwater, where he meets a legendary chairman. This warm and wise chairman takes the young man under his wings and shows him that by changing his focus from getting to giving, amazing things will happen. This book includes many interesting stories and it is absolutely enlightening to read. Life Lessons from the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. I'm saving the best for last. This is my personal favorite book, and this is a book that I've reread almost every single year, especially when I feel like I need some pick-me-up and some soul healing moments. This is my go-to book. Now, you might have heard of the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma, but this is actually a different book. This is the life lesson version, which is a follow-up book in the same series. This book includes 101 simple but yet important and powerful lessons about life, so full of wisdom. It is organized in small, little, easy-to-read chapters, so you can just pick and choose what you need based on how you feel on that day. Browse a few pages and I would instantly feel more peaceful and inspired. I've read this book many times and my book has highlights and underlines all over it. Definitely a life-changing and heartwarming book for me and one that I recommend you to get for your bookshelves. So there you have it, top 10 life-changing books to read in 2022. Now the question goes to you. Have you read any of these books before? If so, which is your favorite one? Also, if there are any other books that are life-changing for you, I would love to know too. So please leave a comment below this video. I hope this episode has added value to you. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell too. And if you like this episode, please like it and share it with your friends on social medias too. When you condition your mind with the power of amazing books, you can shine and impact the world in a bigger way. Remember, dream big, start small, and act now. With that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye for now. Ooh. I'm good at this. Move. Subscribe and hit the bell.